Sup all, it's Dogman. Are you a fan of YouTubers who vlog in improvident, economically challenged cities? Alright, thanks little penis. Do you enjoy the deep, nuanced roleplay?
You have a free squad right here.
Of becoming the guy who wanders the subway system checking train tickets? And if you truly enjoy riding on top of a boss named the Matriarch while playing a flute and preaching the word of AI supremacy, this is Orca! It's like PETA but for orcs! Then you might enjoy Arc Raiders.
Holy shit, dude. Did you just try to deadline me?
It's a third-person extraction shooter. It's the Badlands Bandit from Borderlands, bro. And while I get why some of you avoid the genre like the plague, this one's different. How different, you may ask? Well, for starters, you have a rooster named Scrappy, who brings back materials and completes community-funded access tunnels by himself. For the main entree, we have copious amounts of salt provided by our, friends.
Why don't you put the gun in your mouth and fucking kill yourself?
And for the dessert, well, it's important to remember that loot is stored in the balls. You're under arrest!
Everyone here to go kill the big bitch?
Arc Raiders. Seems complicated, but in reality is quite simple. Load in, equip your gear, pick a location, roleplay as your average homeless Chicagoan, and leave via an exit before the timer hits 0. The game includes both PvE and PvP, but what separates it from other extraction shooters is its unique local voice chat.
We have the same skin, you bitch-ass motherfucker.
I'm not racist, I kill my own kind. In a world where AI has finally taken over and has sent humanity into hiding, you take the role of a raider, which basically means you're a homeless thug. But compared to the homeless who stay in Speranza, sometimes you loot and raid luxury stores like St. Jude's Hospital. Oh, hello. You have caught me at a very Chinese time in my life, friend. Since this video has no monetary backing, please consider subscribing and make sure to like this video. I have nothing to offer back except an invitation to the Goon Fleet. It's not what you think. I swear it's completely normal in Discord. Now, let's be honest. Arc Raiders lore doesn't matter, because when you play, you create your own. Also, the quests suck. You're giving me a quest to do all of this shit? No thanks. Here's my own custom quest. Head topside with just a Tarenta, a snap hook, and 1,000 rounds of medium ammo. You cannot tell me that grappling on top of the largest enemy in the game, then directly shooting its core with 100-round magazines is not a better quest than repair the fucking solar panel. Since quests don't matter, let me tell you what does. Your workbench and cock level. Level 3 workbenches permit you to craft high-tier blueprints, and the growth of your cock is, well, self-explanatory.
I will shoot you through the door slot.
Speaking of blueprints, let's talk about them. Currently, I have 45 out of 74, and I will probably never find the other 29, because even though I spend most of my time sprinting into raids completely naked and shoving whatever rare loot I find way up my ass, finding a Bettina blueprint every single time
You like saying slurs?
is inevitable. Something else that is inevitable in Arc Raiders is PvP. Now, I know a lot of people think this game is a social hub simulator.
Hey, don't shoot!
Which is, very funny. But there are two types of Arc Raiders. The first type will go out of their way to save your ass. The second type will go out of their way to kill your ass. Both are not trustworthy. Creativity breeds innovation, and innovation is what Arizona State University is known for. Fortunately, as an ASU alum, I've been bred to innovate. One thing you can do is walk up to somebody, greet them with 2 synthesized fuel cans, and then set them ablaze with flame spray. If you would like to avoid self-immolation, you can instead place deadline mines on top of ticks. However, as a warning, ticks have inconsistent AI. Same, buddy. Same. So instead, lurking outside of their aggro range, connecting onto them with multiple trigger nades, and then waiting for a passerby to draw their attention.
Wow, dude, really? Do you have a defib to get me up?
No, man, I did not bring a defib, and I never will.
You can suck my dick too, you know?
But it's a choice to not use a defib. Because salvaging them creates chemicals, which is enough evidence for me to assume that in Embark's 10-year plan, they intend to add a chemical carcinogen mechanic to Arc Raiders, which would mean anybody who has used adrenaline shots, Vita Spray, and any other heal item that utilizes chemicals will get cancer. What that is as a game mechanic, I don't know. Maybe you'll need to pay Celeste 1,000 seeds a month for chemotherapy.
Excellent.
But regardless, I don't intend to get digital cancer. And that's why I've switched fully over to a vegan diet. Moss, resin, and agave all have heal over time effects. Fruit mix, which contains 3 different fruit, creates a powerful one-time heal and instant stamina recovery. Now, I'll be honest, being an Arc vegan isn't easy. Especially since you'll probably use a burletta like a hipster. Expired pasta is a decent heal option, but since eating canned tuna would make us pescatarian, we're reliant on things like agave juice, which grants stamina regeneration at the cost of 5 health. Does it do 5 damage to simulate alcoholism? In which case, why not add a drunken skill tree? Speaking of a drunk mess, let's talk about my skill tree. Arc Raiders gives you 3 paths to fuck up. Because the moment you invest a point into something, it is gone forever. At least until you send your raider on an expedition, which resets your character back to level 1. So you can fuck it up all over again. If you picked a perk, then realized it was bad 80 hours in, you are a shit out of luck. Arc Raiders is a game about survival.
Help me, Tom Cruise.
And sometimes surviving online spreadsheets to determine the optimal skill tree is worthwhile. However, I did not do that. After ignoring the mobility tree entirely, all points were intended for robust skills only, like fly swatter, which may seem like a joke, but when I RKO an arc from the top rope in my naked run, you'll be thankful someone took that god-awful perk.
Oh, heck yeah, man. That was awesome.
Weapons don't fucking matter because we smoking that Stella Montes pack. Popped them with a hairpin 4 E3 straight to the fucking dome. While you were pussyfooting in medbay, I've been hitting that real prickly pear cafeteria Zaza. Exit camp and ops can't even pull the fucking trigger. Your aura is so weak, I got entire lobbies looking like No Country for Old Men. Got Quentin Tarantino begging for feet pics because I'm out here stomping like Bigfoot. This shit ain't nothing to me, man. There are 3 guns that I enjoy. You're offering me a Stitcher 4 with full attachments? No thank you. I would rather use a hairpin.
Oh my god! Dude, what is up with this?
Which many deem as complete shit because it's slow fire rate and low damage.
4 to 6 weeks later.
Little do they know, I'm right above them, taking pot shots, and nobody has a clue where the fuck they're getting shot from. That's primarily because of 2 things.
What, a hairpin? I haven't seen a hairpin be used in PvP in forever. Yeah, I didn't even know what the fuck you were shooting at me with.
1, the hairpin creates minimal noise when shooting. And 2, the hairpin barrel does not create any smoke. Because its closest ancestor is a Nerf gun. It took me a while. Shit. But once you become a hairpin connoisseur, you will never want to use anything else. As an added bonus, it's dirt cheap to create. Also, shoving an extended Mag 3 into a hairpin 1 12x's its value and conveniently jams it 12 times more often. But that will not stop me from cheesing leapers and turning them into 4chan love interests. Now, if I were to equate the hairpin to a fart, I would say it's silent but deadly. Its polar opposite, the Tarenta, is more like unrelenting, explosive diarrhea.
Fucking coming.
This shit does more rounds per minute than most Discord moderators have sex per year, not including children. I won't add that part. It is the only gun in the game that can actively overheat your brain, and I'm okay with that, because while it does lose 30% of its durability in less than 10 minutes, it also has the strange side effect of vasodilating blood straight to my penis. And finally, the Anvil, the ultimate two-tapping monster. At its lowest, it'll feel like you're surrounded by a nightmare blunt rotation. However, at its highest, this shit hits highs like no other gun.
Gotta give it to you, gotta give it to you.
Unironically, if you like the hairpin but want a little more kick, then use this gun. But if you're a true believer, a mortal who can comprehend our deity, and if you pray every day to the great clips above, then understand there is no better gun than the hairpin. Which is why it's the only gun I use. Conveniently, all of the Steam friends that I have who play Arc Raiders are offline, yet many of them have hundreds of hours in this game. I wonder why. However, that's not a problem for me, because I play solo. It brings me satisfaction role-playing as a pharmacist, pawning off morphine and methamphetamines. I know when no one's got me, that homeless guy down the street begging for drug money, he's got me.
People are pussies.
Which, to be honest, we are no better than him. Every Arc Raider skin looks no different than my neighbors in this run-down Detroit cul-de-sac. However, that doesn't explain the scuba suit, which can only canonically exist if the deep becomes a playable underwater map. But right now, we have 5 maps, each with distinct differences and revolving map conditions. The main ones being dark as shit, and I'm surprised it's darker during daytime. There's also electromagnetic storms. But we don't mention that event around here. None shall enter my domain! Funnily enough, high-powered electronics tend to perform worse during storms. But before we get to my tutorial on joining Arc via probes, I don't know if we're gonna be okay. We should talk early game, because when you start out, Arc sightings feel like meeting an indigenous tribe for the first time, only to realize that they actively practice cannibalism. Like any game with strategy and metagames, this shit's a bell curve. Mid-game, I thought I was smart by opening specific containers only. However, since the first expedition requires $5 million to get all 5 extra skill points, I'm shoving anything and everything into my pants and extracting immediately. Generally, AI is pretty easy to manipulate. For example, bastions will fire in a direct line from themselves to you, and as long as you politely remind them to give you advanced Arc power cells, they will gladly provide. And I need that shit for my expedition, because when my Ashkenazi blood senses infinite economical growth, I'm sure to take advantage. In this case, I'm going to craft energy cells at a 430% markup, knowing that I will single-handedly make sure that bastion on Stellamontis does not exist. Since I've made enough money to finally get my 5 extra skill points, it's time for fucking winter. Oh my god, look at that mine right there. The new update just dropped mid-production on this video, so half of my information is now out of date. The skill tree can now be reset if you have enough coin. Lightning now has a random chance to drop an item. And worst of all, they nerfed the duck drop rate on Stellamontis. Embark Studios revert the rubber duck change. Overall, the new update brings a few interesting things. The locked gate is back, which means many will die, not to other players, but due to random buried mines. I just fucking slid on a mine. The cold snap itself is, cold. Standing outside for 1 minute and 30 seconds will result in a slow tick of damage. The only way to prevent this is by standing under something. However, standing near a fire will not prevent frostbite, but lighting yourself on fire will. Also, snowballs are now collectible around the map. You can throw them at other raiders. You can mix in volcanic rocks for maximum comedic effect.
Damn, bro, those fucking rocks. What the fuck?
To summarize, Arc Raiders is profoundly stupid, and that's relatable. The devs originally planned for this game to be PvE only, and straight up, that would have been a mistake, because the emergent gameplay provided is truly memorable. mainly because the game allegedly has aggression-based matchmaking. So if I'm going to kill someone and get shadow banned, I might as well turn a Rocketeer into Rudolph the Red-Nosed War Crime. Merry Christmas! Traditionally, this is the part of the video where I thank you for watching. So I will. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed, please subscribe and like the video. Maybe leave a comment about how much you loved this positive and family-friendly piece of content. We're almost at 25,000 subscribers after 1 year of this format. Let's shoot for 30K by January 1st. If we don't get there, I'm moving to Somalia to become a pirate. A special thank you to those of you who donate via the Goon Fleet's Patreon. The coffers have been filling up quite nicely. In the meantime, I will see you guys on my Twitch. Merry Christmas! You might want to run. I stream Monday through Friday at about 12 p.m. PST. Damn, you got fucked up, buddy. So if you want to watch the new expedition or the bottom of the barrel Steam games, I will see you there. But for now, have a good one, and I'll see you next expedition.
Funny.